the channel, we take a little trip to the Shadow Realm with Mortal Kombat 11, Spawn, and the Batman who laughs.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mortal Kombat 11 unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got Spawn and the Batman who laughs. But remember, for all your McFarlane, Mortal Kombat, DC Multiverse, and everything else under the sun needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code KYLE to save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. And then, of course, anything over $39 does ship free. But we're, of course, going to do this review like we do all the others on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So the Mortal Kombat line continues, an interesting line that usually 1, 2, sometimes 3 figures at a time. Nothing crazy, no big waves. They just kind of come and go, and they come and go as they please. And GameStop seems to be the best place to find these at traditional retail. Of course, the Entertainment Earths of the world, you can get them online, the Amazons, Big Bad Toy Stores, things like that. But let's dive into Spawn first. And of course, very slim style packaging compared to the normal McFarlane Universe figures. Very slim fit. And it's funny, as it's really weird to me actually, that some of the best Spawn figures we've got in the last few years haven't been from the Spawn line. They've been from the Mortal Kombat line. That Commando Spawn is a fabulous Spawn. The other Spawn figures that they did in all the different colors, and we'll compare some of those here in this video. Those are absolutely fabulous, and this one looks really fabulous. So a weird dynamic with McFarlane and what he's up to these days. But there it is, that black and yellow packaging they've seemingly changed to in the last couple of years here. Very small window box. You just got Spawn in there. He's got his figure. He's locked in the plastic prison as we're used to. Very simple. One thing I don't like, and we've seen this trend here, why does the Mortal Kombat packaging feature Scorpion on all the packaging? Obviously it is to save money, just using the same box, doesn't matter who's in it on the sides and stuff, but very, very strange to show him there. Also, very strange on the back. It just doesn't make sense to me why they're using Scorpion. Obviously Scorpion's in Mortal Kombat, it makes sense, but why not a picture of Spawn here? It's just very, very strange to me. And then Mortal Kombat 11 on the side. 14 and up, so you 13-year-olds don't even think about picking this bad boy up. We're off to the races. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. Of course, you gotta get the old Mortal Kombat stand out. We got that. See you later. Making a mess, as we always do, but we got the stand. We have one with him as well, as you can imagine. Plastic prison. There's the old Spawn in the prison. Looks like Spawn. When I think of Spawn, this is exactly what I'm thinking of. And holy twist ties, Batman, we got a lot of twist ties, so we're going to have to dive him out of all these. Oh, always love these twist ties. Just to keep everything protected. They don't want him going anywhere. They don't want him sneaking out, I guess. And it makes sense, once again. Oh, we even got twist ties on his weapon. Oh my gosh, multiple twist ties on the weapon. It's just wild. 3, how many we got total here? It's amazing. There's 4. 4, oh my gosh, and they keep going. The hits keep on coming. There's 5. Is this really the real, is this real world? There's 6. And then there's 7. So they had 7 different twist ties to keep those in. I mean, they don't want Spawn going anywhere. That's a proven point right now. And oh my gosh, the ankles. Should have took this one offline. I didn't realize I was in for a million different tie downs, but here we are. We're too deep. We're too deep to turn around now. And even up right here at the cape. Oh my gosh, just never ending. And my carpet is going to get the workout of a century. That's exactly what it's going to get. Off to the side. Now are we good? Are we good, Spawn? Will you come out? Oh my gosh. And you got to be careful, because we've seen broken things before. Oh my, oh my. All right. This is the equivalent of dead air on the radio, is what this is. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Absolute disaster. See you later. What a twist tie mess. I think we could have cut that down just a hair. Just a hair, Todd. But it is what it is at this point. So we're going to put him off. And all right, we're off to the races. Now we get these, got gosh, what do you call these? Barbed wire, ropes, kind of weapons. I don't know the technical term here, but we get two different ones. Different hoops through them. This is more of a circle, almost like a figure 8 right there. And then more of a snake-like one here. You got little plugs. I don't know if this plugs in somewhere. It doesn't plug in, it seems. I guess the plugs are for him to hold it in his hands. These are going to be his weapons in the game, of course. So we do have those. All one color, kind of a gray plastic. Gets the job done. I just don't understand all the twist ties on those. I'll never figure that out. Then we get Spawn. I mean, it's a plain Jane Spawn, but boy, it is Spawn. I could see a lot of people that say, I don't want to go all in on the Spawn line. I don't really love Spawn, but I want one representation of Spawn in my collection. Man, you're looking at it right here. This is not a bad one to go to market with as just a plain Jane, paint by numbers, Spawn. That's exactly what this one is. And it looks good. It looks like Spawn all day long. You know who this is. Of course, he's got his big boot like we're used to on his right foot. And right side over here, he's got his little forearm guard, whatever you want to call that, with the spikes on it. Of course, we've got the big cape we've seen with Spawn before, a nice red color to it. It is pliable plastic. It's not too soft, but not too hard at the same time. The big collar with the latch there all sculpted in, the sculpted in belt, and then, of course, the pockets around the leg and the thigh. Looking good. Of course, the head on Spawn all day. Once again, you got the nice green eyes behind it. Always peeks out. You can always tell what's going on with Spawn by those eyes. Articulation-wise, all kinds of articulation. The arms go all the way around. Get a little butterfly work, just a little bit there. Bicep cut, of course. Double-jointed elbows. We got pins in there. There's pins. And then you got the hula hoop at the top. A little bit of waist as well, and the hula hoop. Of course, you can do those big old Spawn splits. You know, whenever he needs to do the hurdles, he can get those going if he needs to. We do got double jointed knees. No boot cut, but then you get ankles up and down. A little bit limited by that boot. A little bit more articulation on this ankle over here. Not too shabby, and I guess he just holds these guys in his hand, and he's off to the races as his weapon. I guess so. I guess that is what it is. You can kind of spin them and twist them however you want to. And he does have a fist, though. He comes with one fist, so I do like that. No extra hands or anything, but it does look good. Shouldn't really need a stand. That one big boot really does help him in the stand department, but you can have that stand if you really want a stand. Keep it uniform with some of your other Mortal Kombat characters. But there he is, Spawn. Not so bad. Like I said, if you're looking for a budget Spawn, look no further. This is a very, very good figure. Of course, we've had other Spawns that are very similar. This is that Throne Spawn we unboxed on the channel not too long ago. This is him from the Throne. Very similar figures. A little bit small in the department, but this is the one that came with that big garbage throne, they call it. And then I talked about the Mortal Kombat Spawn. Here's the more plain Jane one that we got back, I don't know, 2 years ago now. What has it been? But once again, very good. Another good representation of Spawn. So Spawn, quite the hero. One of the biggest heroes, I would say, from the 90s onward. Of course, a lot of our heroes that we cherish and love, the Incredible Hulks, Captain America, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, you name it, Batman, Superman, been around a lot of years. A lot of years. A lot of, my grandpa's generation knew those heroes. These heroes like Spawn here, a little bit newer from the 90s onward, and I would say out of the newer heroes from that era, Spawn has got to be at the top of the list of most known. I would think that is the case. And Deadpool, another big one, of course. But now we turn our attention over to the Batman Who Laughs. And I think we unboxed the original McFarlane one way back in the day. I ended up selling that, and then I ended up rebuying that one in the box set with all the Robins. And now I got this one as well. It just looked interesting enough with a little bit of blood. I had to get him. So that's what I did. We'll run through this one really quick. Not a lot going on with this one. I could see this one, you long gamers. This might be a clearance opportunity in the future. Once again, the packaging is identical to the Spawn. Drives me absolutely nuts. Why we wouldn't have a blurb, have anything for these guys. Just Scorpion. I guess that's all you need to know is Scorpion. Anything Mortal Kombat, Scorpion. That's the way it goes. But we do got the stand in here. I'll fish this one out later. See you later. Get off and running. Gosh, once again, we got Twist Tie Mania with the Batman Who Laughs. Pull this out. I think this is from the, what was it, the Batman Dark Metal? I believe that was the wave this was a part of. How long ago was that? A year and a half ago, maybe we did that on the channel. You could still find that figure if you're really searching for him. This is one, maybe the third or fourth time this figure has been released with obviously some variants to it. And that's the way it goes. You got to get the most out of your molds. Doesn't even matter who you are. If you're Todd McFarlane or anybody else, you got to get the most out of those molds. Can I get in there deep? There it is. There it is. We're off to the races. Twist Time Mania. See you later. Up high. There it goes. Man, it's just unbelievable amount of twist ties with this. We talk about plastic-free packaging. What about twist tie-free packaging? Holy cow, unbelievable. All right, well, we get his little scythe. I don't know what we're going to call this thing, but it's a jagged metal. It's got jaggeds on the end. Got a nice handle to it to break up the gray color, but it's a dangerous weapon. I wouldn't want to face somebody with this, but it's not quite like a gun. You could always run away if you're lucky. Unless he throws that, he can get you in the back and then pulls you back. You never know how those things might go. But here he is, the old Batman who laughs, and I guess we're laughing, or McFarlane's laughing for people that have bought this multiple times. It's okay. It is okay. I'm going to have a good representation on my Mortal Kombat shelf with this one, but this doesn't set my world on fire. Obviously, I like the Spawn figure much more than this one, but it is interesting. Of course, he's all black, got a little bit of gray, silver highlights going on, got the barbed wire wrapped around the forearm, got the crazy helmet with all the spikes on it. It's funny how the spikes on the top are pliable so they don't hurt, but the ones on the side aren't, and they're a little sharp. That's why I have 14 and up, folks. 14 and up. Articulation-wise, same as Spawn. Arms go around, a little butterfly action. Almost a little looseness there, but it is actually tight. But with that shoulder joint, there's a lot of room here to move around. You got the double-jointed elbows. You got the hands back and forth. Head back and forth. A little bit limited by that big collar. You get a little bit of waist. Not a whole lot, but a little bit up and down, a little back and forth. He can do the old splits for the laughing splits if he needs to. You got double-jointed knees. And then ankles back and forth, up and down. He does all look black down from the bottom. He's got that big black trench coat going on. Definitely nightmare fuel here. No eyes going there. He's got the spikes around the eyes. And he's got the big mouth open with the blood going on. Very Mortal Kombat-esque, I guess we'd call it with this one. But it does look good. I do like the violent nature of this one with the blood on it. Can't even hold his weapon. His weapon is very hard to get in his hand. Oh my gosh, gonna have to play with that. Gonna have to play with that, maybe even heat that one up. Very tight hands, and of course it'll get all scraped up on the knuckles if you're not careful. So you might have to heat this hand up to get that in there. It might be a choose-your-own-adventure thing. Big shoulder pads on this guy. It just kind of is what it is. It's the Batman who laughs, a character I've become familiar with in the last couple of years from the action figure game. And apparently he's in the Mortal Kombat game, bringing it full circle. But between these guys all day, I'm going Spawn. A good representation of Spawn. Like I said, if you're looking for a Spawn in your collection, just a small representation that's not going to break your wallet, man, this is the way to go. This is the one to get from Mortal Kombat 11 line. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? Do you agree with that assessment? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. And then don't forget about the Patreon where you get early access to videos like this, bonus content, early content, Q&As, you name it. There's a lot going on over there on the old Patreon channel. And a lot going on over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget about social media. SirPaul64 is where you'll find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Batman that laughs and Spawn, I am Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.